You are in a meeting, sharing a crucial point with your team. Suddenly, someone leans in, talks faster, and completely cuts you off. This action is a deliberate psychological test. The interrupter is trying to establish social dominance, signaling that their voice carries more weight. If you immediately stop talking, look down, and let them take over, you fail the test, signaling you accept a subordinate role. Conversely, if you get emotional, raise your voice, and try to shout over them, you also fail. You end up looking reactive and desperate. Both reactions force you to cede conversational control. To regain command without raising your voice, we need a behavioral strategy called the frame pause. The execution of this strategy begins the exact millisecond the interruption starts. Step 1 is the immediate halt. You must stop speaking mid-sentence. Do not try to finish your thought, and do not increase your volume by a single decibel. Left side, the urge to speak louder creates overlapping sound waves. Right side, the proper technique. One wave stops abruptly. Step 2 is the unblinking stare. As the progress bar fills, let them talk for exactly 3 to 5 seconds. During these seconds, you must lock your eyes directly onto theirs. Keep your expression completely blank and unbothered, actively suppressing any natural fight or flight reactions. Because you offer zero emotional resistance to push against, their aggressive momentum hits a wall. By freezing both your physical and verbal reactions, the social pressure leaves you entirely and surrounds the person making the noise. You hold that unbothered stare until the exact moment the interrupter pauses for a breath or finishes their thought. This high-contrast countdown timer represents Step 3, the heavy silence. You must let an uncomfortable 2-second gap fill the room while maintaining absolute eye contact. During these 2 seconds, the silence becomes deafening. The entire room's attention awkwardly shifts directly onto the interrupter. A common mistake here is rushing to speak because the silence feels uncomfortable. Resist that urge. That deliberate, unhurried silence acts as a spotlight. Without you saying a single word, it highlights their lack of social awareness to everyone present. Now we move to Step 4. When you finally speak, your delivery must be flat, incredibly calm, and monotone. You will use the exact phrase shown here on screen. Look them in the eye and ask, "Are you finished? Because I was not." Delivering this reality check with extreme calmness creates a trap. Because you show zero anger, they cannot accuse you of being emotional or defensive. Immediately after asking the question, you execute Step 5, the seamless pivot. Break your eye contact with the interrupter and look back at the rest of the room. Resume your original sentence exactly where you left off. Match the precise, steady pace you were using before the interruption occurred. The most critical failure point in this final step is pausing to wait for an apology or an answer to your question. If you wait for their response, you hand the microphone and the control right back to them. By setting a firm boundary and instantly redirecting your attention, you re-establish your composure and retake control of the conversation. As you smoothly turn your head to continue presenting, the interrupter is left sitting in the background, looking physically small and defeated. By pairing absolute stillness with a strict verbal boundary, you turn their aggressive interruption into a public display of childish desperation. True presence does not require you to beg for the microphone or shout down your coworkers. Commanding a room comes from mastering high-value social dynamics, which means simply allowing others the space to expose their own poor behavior. Next time someone tries to talk over you, deploy the frame pause. Master your reactions, hold the silence, and project unshakable confidence.